So if you can just do this for 5 seconds before you hit your next golf shot, I promise it's going to help you hit the ball better, okay? I don't often do this, but take a look. This is LPGA Tour player, European Ryder Cupper, Madeline Sagstrom. Watch this beautiful drill that she's doing. This has helped me personally, and it's helped so many of my students that I had to share it with you. She does it with her woods, she does it with her irons, okay? It's just a very small little rehearsal that goes such a long ways to making your impact position that much more correct and powerful at the same time, right? If we slowly take a look at what she's doing there, she's just going from her address position to impact. And she's doing it very specifically. When she pushes forward to impact, she's not doing it the way that a lot of people would do it. They would, when they go to impact, their trail side really starts to get ahead and on top, and I see a lot of twisting to this trail hip and this trail arm, and I see the head move forward, right, in front of the golf ball, okay? That's a very common impact position that really does not give us a lot of consistency because it makes the angle of attack of the club too steep, okay? And it puts our trail side way too much on top of the shaft where we don't get a lot of support, okay? So when you watch when she does it very slowly, she's just pushing the center of her pelvis forward. Her trail foot is banking. All that means is her right ankle is rolling. It's not working up and around. So she's banking this trail foot. She's pushing the shaft forward, but she's doing it one and the same time with her center of gravity moving forward. And then from this down the line view, she's doing it in a way to where her right side is working under. So you notice at address, my right arm is a little higher than the shaft. But when I go to impact, they start to line up. This is really important because what it feels like when I hit the golf ball, when I'm hitting it very well and very straight, it feels like my right arm is just supporting that shaft all the way through impact. And my whole right side, from my ankle to my right toe to my knee to my hip, everything is on the same page. There's none of this, right? Obviously, if I wanted to hit a ball this way and have a club path that was like that, this would be on plane for that motion. We're trying to really feel, okay, here's my setup, I'm up here, and then here's my impact position. How can I get everything from my knee to my feet to my arm right on that same plane and then push through impact that way? My first golf instructor, Paul Kopp, he learned from a book called The Golf Machine. He said the secret to golf is to sustain the line of compression. So think of just a line going straight towards the target that we're pushing the ball down. And if we can have our body in the most anatomically correct position to really leverage that ball straight down the target line. If our arm is too high, our knee, our foot, our upper body, we really start to get a lot of handle twist, and we start to get a very steep angle of attack as we're coming down. So she's just beautifully rehearsing here, taking it back small, pushing everything through to her finish. It's a wonderful way to increase your smash factor, right? That's your ability to hit the ball the most solid with your irons and your woods. And it just takes a few small rehearsals. So what I've got out here to start, years ago, right, it's not as popular anymore. Take a look here. There was a swing trainer called the Inside Approach that Jack Nicklaus was pushing, and you know, there was a lot of infomercials and they were literally everywhere, and it was helping a lot of golfers. It's not as common anymore because I think, like you've seen here, we can figure out easier ways to do that. So I've got an alignment rod. It's about 6 inches above the ground, and it's about 6 inches behind the golf ball. Very easy to set up. Here I am hitting an 8-iron, right? And you can see here, in order for me to strike this ball, my club needs to pass through on a pretty shallow angle. It can't be coming down very steep, okay? Or I'm going to be crashing into that alignment rod. So that's what the Inside Approach kind of allowed us to do in a very effective way, right? So you've got this external cue of, okay, I'm going to go from setup to impact. My right arm is going to go from up and out to in. My right foot is going to bank. My pelvis is going to push forward all in one motion. And then I'm going to keep that sensation as I come through. Like it would be fruitless to start here and then to come down and change my mind and start to come down really high and steep again. So the drill would be, right, just like we see her doing, with a little help from the inside approach, is actually hitting some balls from that impact position. And the things you'll see there, like that was an 8-iron, carried 128, just a half swing. Smash factor was 130, right, with an 8-iron. I think tour average with an 8-iron is 132, so that's not very far off. Hey, it's your coach Zach Allen here, and I hope you're enjoying today's lesson. In all of my years of coaching and studying the golf swing, I've discovered there's only one thing that separates the best ball strikers in the world from the rest of us. I call it the magic move, and you can use it to generate effortless power and consistency in your game. Since I don't have the time in this short video, I've put together a 3-part web class where I show you everything you need to know, nothing held back. I call it my Magic Move training series, and you can get the entire thing free of charge by clicking the link in the description below. You won't find these videos anywhere else, so click the link right now and join the over 100,000 golfers who have already gone through this incredible training. And now, let's jump back into today's lesson. So what I see more often is I see that right side coming down high and on top of it, and that really starts to affect the leverage and the smash factor that we're able to really produce. So now I've got 1.19 smash, right, which is much lower, and 83.5 yards of carry. And all I did there is I just let my body get ahead. I started to let myself twist, and then I started to put some handle twist in there too. And that's going to happen if we're not knowing exactly where we're supposed to be at impact, right? I need to get into a place where when I push my pelvis, it also pushes the handle forward. And that's really just a very unified motion to where we're all moving through together, extending behind the golf ball, pressing through to our finish. And she's just doing that very quickly before she hits shots. She's practicing with it some, but wow, what a powerful, effective way to kind of change your golf swing pretty rapidly. It really gets you kind of starting from impact. Most often golfers learn by, oh, here's my setup, here's my grip, right? Here's my ball position. It's not a bad way. And then hopefully we'll swing correctly. A lot of times we can learn going right to impact, and then everything else starts to take shape because I know where I'm trying to be, right? So we start with this impact position and we kind of work backwards from there. Set up, impact, take it back, create that position, and then move through to our finish. We really can get some amazing results just from doing that. And I like it too because it's a pretty simple, effective way. Your body's just learning as you kind of run through those rehearsals. Maybe one, you focus on your right ankle banking. Maybe one shot, you focus on your right arm being nice and close to your rib cage. Maybe one, you focus on this trail side bend being a little lower. I feel a little more stretch in my hamstrings. And then you keep hitting shots with whatever sensation fits you the best. I even like this sensation of my arms being nice and long, staying behind the shot, my feet connected to the ground and still turning. All these shots that feel like a great impact. Compared to when I'm not hitting it well, I start to do a lot of the things that other golfers struggle with spinning, turning, throwing, rolling, and then we're seeing this trail side really take over. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. You'll get notified. I put a new video out every week. Also, talking about that trail arm. I've got a great video here about how to set your trail arm at address to really preset that position so we don't have to work as hard when we get to impact. It's getting a ton of views. People are loving it. Go check it out. I will see you guys next week. Have a great week.